Firefighter Cancer Support Network has helped firefighters that have been diagnosed with cancer for more than 16 years. To me, because I'm not a cancer victim, it's personal. When I've seen the difference that we're able to make with people when they get this diagnosis and how we can shepherd them through their journey and watching the outcome of that in the end, it's an incredible feeling of gratification. I don't know how you determine what satisfaction is in your life, but for me, watching the FCSN be able to shine in someone's darkest hour is an incredible thing for me.
So going into it, I didn't really know what to expect. I was kind of optimistic, and emotions were kind of all over the place. But I soon realized that he was there in a different aspect that family and other friends weren't. He knew what to say at the right times, even though it had nothing to do with anything. He'd give me a phone call and we would talk baseball for 20 minutes. And that's all. And it was just the perfect timing. And to be able to have somebody on the phone that I can call anytime just to get stuff off my chest, how I felt, was just a stress relief. I had my wife and other friends, but you don't want to show some weaknesses sometimes to them. And Craig was an ear that many times at night that I can just kind of pour out how I was feeling, and gave me some advice and just listened to help me get through that process. And I couldn't thank him enough for being that person that, in other words, just understood and just helped me along the way.
Stuff was kind of different. Not a lot of men get diagnosed with breast cancer. They said 1% of the people, men actually get diagnosed. And so he was able to talk to me about what his surgery was like and what he kind of had to deal with before, what he had to deal with then, and what he kind of came out with on the end. It was really kind of calming to my heart and my spirit. If you think about it, as firefighters, we always rely on somebody who's senior. We rely on somebody who has experience on the job. When we're brand new, we want to go and we want to see if we can face the beast and stand and be able to deliver and do the jobs. And we always rely on somebody who has experience to help us. If you think about it, as a firefighter, you have a training officer, and that's the person who's gone through and experienced some stuff. And being hooked up with a mentor was like having a training officer just let you know, hey, this is what it's going to be like. This is what you're going to go through. And it really calmed my spirit, so much so that as I was going into surgery, I was really pretty calm. And it was really kind of I've looked at the whole thing as a positive experience, to tell you the truth, because what I've experienced by having somebody help me, I can't wait for the opportunity to help somebody else. As the firefighters, that's what we were trained for. That's what we do. And so I look forward to the time that I can take my experience and become a training officer for cancer and kind of let somebody else know or help them through the process.
You really want somebody. I mean, you want another peer. I think that, it's like any kind of peer-based program. You want somebody that has that relationship, that has been there, has done it, can kind of guide you through, can kind of answer the questions, can kind of give you a little bit of what's going to happen next? What are the things that are going to be that you're going to have to cross, the barriers and the roads lying ahead. So it was really truly amazing that Dan, that mentor was chosen from me, from the foundation and Cancer Foundation Support Foundation, and it was a perfect fit for me because as a mentor, you want somebody that will listen to you. That doesn't necessarily have all the answers, but will take your questions and kind of be very honest and open, and listening is a big part. I think a part of it. Being a mentor, being able to, you might have a lot of information, you might know a lot of stuff, but the person on the other end is really scared. Is frightened. It's like what is about to take place. What's the prognosis, and can I get through this? And I had I had a, the experience in the operation and the chemo and the radiation that followed it was really, I was prepared. I was better prepared for it. I knew a little bit more about going into it than I would, and then I could get that information, and that early on information, the early mentorship, that relationship was extremely important to me. I didn't think it would be, because hey, listen, I'm a tough guy. I don't, I help people. I don't need help, and I needed help. I needed early on. I needed somebody that could kind of just listen to to some of my fears, and I could listen to what his story was, and through his story and what he went through really helped me what I was about to embark on, which was going to be a very difficult time period for me. But having that early on and having some of that pre information was really important. It was really it's beneficial for me to have that, because I wasn't going in blind. I felt like I could, and then couple that with if you had some additional questions, because you could call somebody, you could reach out and just let them know that this is what I've gone through, this is the procedures, this is what's happening, and I could ask the questions, and he would and we could have that dialogue and that conversation. So the mentorship, you sort of establish a relationship first, and then a friendship, and then a real kinship towards the end.